And that is a wrap for the 91st Academy Awards. And I mean, for the most part, it was pretty awesome. If you haven't seen the predictions video that I did, just about most of the categories that were tallied up, you know, came to fruition, and those winners were the big winners of the night. There were a couple surprises, and we're going to go over those, but these are going to be the top moments for the night, and of course, going to let you know what the big winners were for the night. So before we get into actually who were the winners of the night, I'm going to go ahead and break down some of the memorable moments of the night. Starting out with Best Documentary. Actually, the people that won the award, when they went up to do the acceptance speech, the guy right off the bat, I guess, said a curse word and actually had it bleeped out. So it was our first bleep of the night. I mean, not that we were expecting too many, but given that this is on ABC, which is owned by Disney, it's a family-friendly show, you know, can't be having any of that. So, of course, got to have some bleeping going on, but what a way to start the night. Probably one of the best moments for me was when Melissa McCarthy walked out in a bunny dress fit for a queen. And then to top it off, she actually had a puppet bunny that she used to narrate the way she talked and the way her co-host on stage talked. It was just, you know, nothing that's not totally unexpected. I mean, she did, you know, play Sean Spicer on SNL, so I mean, she's capable of anything, but it definitely added to some good comedic effect that we needed for the night since we didn't have a host. And on that note, I think it was fine without a host. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when Maya Rudolph, Tina Fey, and Amy Poehler walked out on stage in the very beginning, I got all excited. I thought, yes, these are the ones I would love to watch as being a host. I loved it when Tina Fey and Amy Poehler were doing the Golden Globes together, but given that we didn't have a host and they just kind of went, you know, category by category and had various people come on and they, you know, did their script or, you know, whatever they wanted to do, it worked out okay. It ended up being okay. So we didn't have to have a host. I did like that Tyler Perry acknowledged that the Oscars did not skip some of the categories, including cinematography, which is what he was announcing the award for. So I'm glad that Tyler Perry acknowledged and thanked the Academy for not skipping over that and, you know, going to a commercial break while they gave out the award. I do appreciate that. That was one of the good moments of the night. We had Keegan-Michael Key come out, and he was going to introduce Bette Midler singing the Mary Poppins song. And as he did it, he came floating down on an umbrella, just like Mary Poppins would. And that made for a very comedic and memorable moment. Bette Midler gave a great performance. And that kind of leads over to the next moment, which is Jennifer Hudson, who sang I'll Fight from the RGB documentary. And songs start off good. I like the overall message of the song. But, you know, there was some parts where she's kind of flat, which I'm no person to critique anybody vocally. But given that she's, you know, former judge of The Voice, when she went for those high notes, the only thing I was trying to fight was not trying to hit the mute button. No offense. But that has to be one of my low marks of the night. She wasn't able to go for that note, and that just kind of ruined it for me. Sorry, Jennifer Hudson. Maybe next time. My wife watched the Oscars with me, and I thanked her very much for doing so because she's not really one to be watching award shows, but she was very critical of some of the female celebrity wardrobe for the night, and some of them were on point, and one of the ones that she was more critical of was Kacey Musgraves, who came out in what she calls a cotton candy dress. And I tweeted that as I watched the show and got some people in agreement on that one. Some other ones of the night, she did like Constance Wu's dress, which was just a simple yellow. She thought that Frances McDormand's dress reminded her of a jellyfish. But other than that, I have to say that kind of made for some moments of the night as well, keeping an eye on some of the dresses. J-Lo, her dress was, as I said in one of my tweets, I said that she kind of shined like a diamond. It was very full of just mirror pieces, and, you know, she kind of reflected everywhere. But definitely made for some memorable moments for the night. It wouldn't be an award show if we didn't have anything as far as political going. So Spike Lee, when he accepted an award for Best Adapted Screenplay, he did have to put in something in there about, you know, having to do with politics and race. And I did like the message of love versus hate, but of course he was directing that towards presidential race 2020. So, I mean, we'll have to wait and see what that comes about. But, you know, it wouldn't be an award show if we didn't have anything as far as inserting a message in that has to do something political. It is what it is. Well, she didn't win Best Actress, but Lady Gaga did win for Best Original Song for Shallow, which we all knew was going to happen. There was no surprise there. Of course, she was very emotional in accepting the award, very thankful, very humble, but hey, she at least got one Oscar. Maybe next time, you know, there's always another movie I'm sure she'll get cast in, and that'll be her other opportunity. But for now, good job, Gaga. Good job getting that Oscar. All right, now this was probably the best moment I enjoyed of the whole night, aside from Melissa McCarthy's dress, was a really big upset for Best Supporting Actress, where Glenn Close did not win for her role in The Wife, but Olivia Colman won for her role in The Favorite. And in the predictions video that I did, Olivia Colman didn't have that much percentage of prediction. I mean, that she just wasn't going to win, but I mean, that's just the way the Oscars are. It's always full of surprises. And a lot of articles and videos I've watched, they want to be very democratic in how they give out awards. So I guess they felt like Olivia Colman was just deserving, but I really enjoyed her acceptance speech. She was very, you could tell she did not expect that she was going to win, and her candidness and just improvisation throughout the whole process of her trying to give her acceptance speech really made for a very memorable moment. Probably the best thing, aside from giving a shout out to Glenn Close, saying that she didn't expect this to happen and that, you know, she's looked up to her, to, you know, thanking her husband and her agent, to, you know, giving a shout out to her kids who she thinks might be watching her accept the award, but if they're not watching her, kudos to them, because this may be the last time that she has an opportunity to win, supposedly. I doubt that's going to be true, but overall it made for a very funny and memorable moment for the night. Overall, I enjoyed the Oscars. It definitely made for a good, you know, trying to keep up with who's winning and how many have won what, and, you know, upsets. But of course, for Best Picture, we all thought it was going to go to Roma, but of course it went to Green Book, and that was a very big upset, aside from Best Supporting Actress. But when you tallied up the awards for the night, that really left with Bohemian Rhapsody being the top winner of the night with 4 awards, 4 out of the 5. Then you had, after that, you had Black Panther and Roma, and after that you had Green Book, and then you had Vice. So overall, you know, congrats to all the winners, and I hope that y'all watched the Oscars and enjoyed it. Let me know what your favorite moments were in the comments below. If you missed any things like awkward moments, I know there was a couple of them. Like, there were a couple of moments that kind of were cringeworthy. I know there was one that I can remember is Trevor Noah. He made a joke about it had to be racially toned, but it had to do with Mel Gibson, and the female host from the very beginning, Maya Rudolph, Tina Fey, and Amy Poehler, didn't think that was very funny. And then you had a little bit of a moment between Samuel L. Jackson and Spike Lee over a basketball game. At first, Spike Lee didn't know what he was talking about, but I guess Samuel L. Jackson's team beat Spike Lee's. And then there was a great moment between Barbra Streisand and Spike Lee, because they're both from Brooklyn. So there were some moments like that. But as I said, let me know in the comments below what moments you enjoyed from the Oscars. And if you're new to the Mashup, I talk about everything between tech, gaming, and entertainment. So make sure that subscribe button, notification bell, so you don't miss any new videos. And I'll see you at the next Mashup.